The AMX-50B is a French Tier 10 heavy tank. Development started in 1951 by the EFA, the State Weapon Design Bureau. By the 1958, the AMX-50B received a number of improvements, including a low-profile cast hull and torsion bar suspension. A new oscillating turret with 120mm gun was also mounted on the vehicle. Despite the fact that the Maybach engine power provided 100 horsepower, specialists from German Group M company were looking for a solution that would allow the vehicle to reach a top speed of 65 km per hour. Only one finished prototype of this variant was built. The AMX-50B marks the end of the French heavy line in World of Tanks, but let's see what it can do in some gameplay. Hello guys, and welcome back to World of Tanks Ace Tanker series. As you can see, today we'll be driving the French Tier 10 heavy tank. It's the AMX-50B. And driving the AMX-50B is 8ur4zCRO. As you can see, he is driving his AMX on the map Tundra. And what we are going to see here is how you should properly use your heavy tank with the autoloader, that's the AMX-50B. So he is taking an aggressive position on the zero line, where mostly it happens that the medium tanks go, but every once in a while you are going to see a heavy tank go to this side to, well, help out clear the hill, as this is one of the most important positions on the map. If you take the hill on this side, you are going to be controlling pretty much the both caps on the left and the right side. So we can see that 8ur4z took a nice position here for his heavy. Unfortunately, they weren't able to take the hill. The object 907 contested the hill, went first up, and the small light tank that was trying to go and take the hill didn't quite manage to go up and is now in big trouble and probably is going to die. So we can see that the enemies are pushing on the hill and they are going to have the control of this over this side. So, what are you going to do when you have a situation like this? Well, if you are in a fast tank, you can always relocate, go for the other side, and AMX-50B is one of those tanks which you can use quite often to change the sides of the engagement and maybe help out on the other flank. So we can see that 8ur4z here is taking a nice position to, well, snapshot on everything that is trying to go here. We can see that there it is, M48 pattern that was trying to go on the flanking maneuver, gets shot once, twice, 3 times, and a shell to spare to shoot on the lightweight. And also a fire on the lightweight, pretty nice there. That was probably a automatic fire extinguisher on the lightweight, and he was able to put out the flames immediately. So, what's the main characteristics of this tank? Well, it has a pretty nice autoloader. It fires 4 shells in 2.5 seconds in between the shells, and as you can see, it can reload his magazine at about 30 seconds with 100% crew. If you have the brothers in arms and if you have the ventilation, you are going to get it to about 29 seconds of reload, and that is pretty nice in this tank. So when you are fighting with this tank, you have to pretty much do the burst damage and immediately pull back to reload. 30 seconds is not a lot, but it's not something that you should take. It's something that you should take into consideration when fighting in this tank, because you really don't want to stay with some perhaps medium tank that is going to fire at you at every about 7 or 8 seconds. He's going to put a lot of shells in you, and you really don't have the armor in the AMX-50B to bounce any shells. Well, to be exact, you don't have the best armor on the sides and the rear. The frontal armor is not that bad, because you get 170mm at the hull armor, and if they are trying to shoot at your hull, they are going to bounce a couple of shots because it is very well sloped. Now, the move that he did here wasn't great in my opinion, because he got shot pretty much unnecessarily there, and another shot here by the IS-3. But you can see the full potential of this tank and this gun right here, right now on this IS-3. So the IS-3 was on full HP, 1500 HP to be exact, and with the 4-shell autoloader every shell penetrated, and he was able to finish him off with one clip. So in one clip you get 1600 damage, even though if he rode a couple of shells low, he was able to do enough damage to put out a tier 8 heavy tank. Now we can see that he is going for the Waffenträger Panzerfehr. 2 shots, 3 shots, the Panzerfehr misses, and 4 shots. So what you saw here is excellent gameplay with proper use of this tank. He was able to, in less than 1 minute, kill one tier 8 tank and one tier 9 tank. And that is something that you cannot do in some other tanks. Or you are going to have trouble doing in some other tanks, because you really don't have that burst damage that allows you to finish off enemies quickly. Somebody steals the kill here, but it really doesn't matter. He is on 4 kills. And he is going for the flank on the position that he was used to on the small part on the 0 line. So, as I was talking on the beginning of the map, the one who controls the hill is going to control both of the caps. As you can see, the enemy tanks were able to push through the right flank and kill on the friendlies, and now they have the opportunity to go for the friendly cap. Now we can see that he is setting up an ambush here for the E100. He has the premium shells loaded. That's enough penetration to go through probably through the front of the E100, but he has the side of the E100 and no need to shoot at the front. As soon as the E100 turns, he goes out again, puts his second and his third shot. That's the 5th kill for him, and he has one in the magazine. Now you can see that he is immediately reloading here. That's a smart thing to move, because we don't really know where the enemy tanks are. We know that the IS-7 is in the cap. He was going for the cap, and it looks like that he is the only one capping here. And now we see the object is here. Now he was reloading, the object had the shot, and as you saw there, he bounced on the armor of the 50B. Now, this could be costly if you were driving any tank that doesn't have the autoloader, but he was able to miss one shot and with the next to kill the object 140. He had just enough health not to get one shot by the object, and that was pretty nice here. So, now you can see him aiming on the reset of the IS-7. Unfortunately, the one dips, but the second one resets, and that's a clean win. That's a GG, and let's take a look at the post-game stats. As we can see here, Buras had a really nice game. He got a couple of medals like Hand of God, Bruiser, Duelist, Fire for Effect, Defender for resetting that IS-7, High Caliber, Top Gun, and of course the Mastery Badge Ace Tanker. On team score sheet we can see that he finished first with 1351 experience, 6 kills and 7767 damage. On detailed report you can see that he fired 28 shots, of which 23 hit the target and 22 penetrated. We were also able to see the full potential of this autoloader. He was able to clean out tier 8 and tier 9 tank in less than 1 minute, and that's pretty impressive for any tank. So I hope you guys saw how you should play this tank. You have the mobility to change flanks if it's needed. You have the burst damage, and you should play on that damage, because not exposing yourself is still the best tactic for defending in this tank. If you have the opportunity to unload on your enemies, do it, because you pretty much unload the full clip in less than 10 seconds. Those 10 seconds in some cases are going to beat the reload of the enemy guns, and that's some of the advantages that you should play on. If you guys liked the video, press like. If you disliked it, press dislike. If you are not subscribed yet, press that subscribe button. If you have some questions about the tank, leave it in the comment and I will try and answer. If you are wondering what you can watch next, you can hit the I button in the top right corner and it will lead you to another video. I hope you guys like this one, and I'll see you in the next one.